Before we dive into today's heated update, hit that like button if you believe Terry McLaurin deserves every penny he's asking for. And if you're new here, welcome to Commanders HQ, where we break down everything happening in Ashburn like true fans on the inside. Let's get to it. We've got ourselves a full-on contract standoff in Washington. Not a hold-in, not a soft protest. This is a classic standoff, as ESPN's Jeremy Fowler put it, between the Commanders and their all-pro wide receiver, Terry McLaurin. And based on the latest reports, the two sides aren't just far apart, they're drifting even further away. Here's the situation. McLaurin, who just earned his first All-Pro nod in 2024 and remains the soul of this team's offense, is entering the final year of his contract with a $25 million cap hit. He's made it clear, either Washington pays him like a top-tier receiver or he's out. McLaurin's target? Around $32 million per year, right in line with DK Metcalf. The Commanders? Reportedly just above $23 million, which is essentially what McLaurin was earning before. That's a staggering $8 to $9 million gap, and neither side appears willing to blink. The result? McLaurin remains absent from training camp, and trade buzz is heating up. Now, let's break this down from both sides. From McLaurin's perspective, the man has done everything right. He's played through chaos, quarterback turnover, front office dysfunction, and through it all, he's been the only constant, the only reason many fans stuck around. He's had 5 straight 1,000-yard seasons, no off-field drama, and is beloved by fans, teammates, and even national analysts. Dan Orlovsky didn't hold back on First Take, saying, "The only good thing about your organization was that young man. Every year he did it. If you don't have him, you erase everything you did last year." Strong words, and hard to argue. But from the front office's side, GM Adam Peters and Dan Quinn are trying to build sustainability. McLaurin is 29, 2 years older than DK Metcalf, and 3 older than T. Higgins. Players like Cortland Sutton and Mike Evans are in the $20 to $23 million range. Even Calvin Ridley and Chris Godwin, solid comps, fall short of Terry's asking price. It's not that the Commanders don't value him, but do you mortgage cap flexibility for a receiver nearing 30 when you just traded for Deebo Samuel and you've got young guys climbing the depth chart? That's the question at the core of this standoff. Wednesday's joint practice with the Patriots may have answered that question. According to John Keim, the offense looked flat, lacked explosiveness, no boundary threat. It was clear Jayden Daniels missed his #1 target. Deebo Samuel looked solid, but without McLaurin opposite him, defenses aren't respecting Washington's deep game. There's no alpha on the outside. And in this league, one weak link can wreck a drive or a season. McLaurin's presence isn't just about numbers. It's about structure, leadership, and fear factor. Without him, this offense loses all of that. Even with McLaurin's absence, the Commanders do have intriguing talent at wide receiver, and that's sparking a quiet battle in camp. According to ESPN's depth chart, Noah Brown is WR3 right now, but he's reportedly on the hot seat with rookie Jalen Lane, second-year Luke McCaffrey, and veteran Michael Gallup all pushing hard. Lane, a 4th-round pick out of Virginia Tech, is turning heads. He's getting a ton of first-team reps, and the coaching staff loves his energy, intelligence, and route running. WR coach Ingram had high praise face. Jalen's a super smart guy. He's a coach's son. The ball finds him because he's almost always open. Even Jayden Daniels noticed, saying Lane doesn't say much, but he works like a pro. As for Luke McCaffrey, his growth has been steady. Ingram highlighted his improvements in contested catches and run after the catch ability, but reports say Lane has simply outproduced him so far in camp, and might even take over punt return duties. Bottom line, if McLaurin returns, the wide receiver depth chart suddenly looks dangerous. But if he's traded, the Commanders may be relying on 2 guys with under 100 combined NFL catches behind Deebo Samuel. Risky business. It's not just the wide room feeling the heat. There's another battle brewing, this time on the offensive line. Andrew Wiley, the veteran right tackle, is facing serious pressure from rookie Josh Conerly Jr., and based on what Dan Quinn and OL coach Bobby Johnson are seeing in practice, this one's going down to the wire. Conerly, the 6'4", 315-pound rookie out of Oregon, has been rotating with the first-team offense and holding his own. And get this,
Quinn loves his mindset. He's got a professional attitude, handles his business, he's younger, but you can tell he's ready. Conerly's already faced off against Von Miller and Dorrance Armstrong in camp, and the coaches are testing him on purpose. If he continues trending upward, Wiley may find himself in a swing tackle role. This is exactly the kind of internal competition the Commanders lacked in previous seasons, and one of the reasons this roster is getting deeper and more dangerous. Every year, NFL teams bring in dozens of rookies, but every now and then, one guy shows you something different, not just in talent, but in heart. And that's exactly what's happening with Jakori "Bill" Krosky Merritt, a name that's starting to get real traction inside the Commanders' facility. Offensive assistant Cliff Kingsbury told a story about Krosky Merritt that left reporters wide-eyed. He got ruled ineligible at Arizona and stayed and played scout team the whole year, which is like nobody would do that. Nobody. Think about that. No games, no stats, no NFL draft tape, but Krosky Merritt stayed and grinded on scout team for no reason other than pure love for football. That's not just rare, but it's almost unheard of at the college level. And now, that same mentality is turning heads in Ashburn. Let's be real. Washington's running back room is stacked. You've got Brian Robinson Jr., the Hammer, Austin Eckler, the versatile vet, Jeremy McNichols, explosive depth. So where does that leave Krosky Merritt? Right in the mix. According to Kingsbury, Bill's had some good flashes for a young guy, but more than that, he's respected, not because of flash or hype, but because of how he works, how he competes even in drills that don't make highlight reels. That stuff matters, and in a Dan Quinn culture, it stands out. He may not be on your fantasy radar just yet, but inside the walls of the Commanders building, Jakori "Bill" Krosky Merritt is earning a reputation that could secure him a spot on the 53-man roster, or at the very least make him impossible to cut. Now, from a rookie making his name to a veteran to redefining his game, Dietrich Wise Jr., the former Patriot with 8 years of NFL experience, is having a renaissance moment with the Commanders. Wise was brought in to fortify the defensive line, run stopping, leadership, experience. But what's surprising even him is just how much more he's unlocking at this stage of his career. He said, "Being in New England for 8 years, I learned one way. Now they're asking different things of me, and it's allowing me to use what I've learned and then open up." That's massive. This isn't just a guy jogging through the motions late in his career. Wise is evolving thanks to Joe Witt Jr., Jeff Skowina, and the overall coaching structure Quinn has brought in. This is the Commanders' culture shift we've been talking about. Smart veterans, hungry rookies, real coaching. Everyone improving. Together. Let's not forget, Dietrich Wise was no slouch in New England. 126 games, 61 starts, 7.5 sacks in 2022, career high, top 15 all-time in Patriots franchise sacks. He's a proven commodity. But what's happening now is that Washington is asking more of him, and in return, they're getting a better version of him. Wise said going against different schemes, being challenged to move in new ways, and integrating into a defense that's aggressive and adaptable is unlocking new levels. And that's the goal, isn't it? This Commanders team isn't just collecting names. They're developing men. And if a guy with a Super Bowl ring like Wise is finding new gears, imagine what that means for the whole D-line, and for guys like Dorrance Armstrong and Johnny Newton lining up next to him. You're probably sensing a theme by now. Commitment. Jakori Krosky Merritt didn't have to show up and grind with no chance of seeing the field in college, but he did. Dietrich Wise Jr. could have coasted in year 9 of his career. Instead, he's leveling up. This is the new standard in Washington. This is the culture Adam Peters and Dan Quinn are building. You don't walk in with expectations. You earn it, whether you're a rookie long shot or a Super Bowl champ. And that's why fans are buzzing, because this feels different. This feels real. So let's recap. The McLaurin standoff is real, ugly, and it's already affecting the Commanders on the field. Trade rumors are intensifying, the offense looks out of sync without its leader, and 2 starting jobs, WR3 and RT, are officially up for grabs. Now we want to hear from you. Do you think Washington should meet McLaurin's $32 million demand? Or should Adam Peters hold the line and trust the youth movement? And who do you think wins those 2 key camp battles? Lane versus McCaffrey and Conerly versus Wiley? Drop your takes in the comments, smash that like if you love Scary Carry, and subscribe to Commanders HQ for more daily updates from Ashburn. Let's stay loud, stay loyal, and as always, hail to the Commanders.